Shall we? Or shall we not? Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marm. I've recently been posting highlights from my Twitch live streams, but this time I want to show you something a little bit different. In this video, I want to show you how I 4-gate for anyone between bronze and low diamond to get to that easy W. A lot of people will say this build is just cheese, you can't learn much from it, but I think of it more of a build where you can practice the timing and learn how to have constant production while attacking. I'll give you 2 reasons why I love this particular build. Number 1. Hits your opponent fast and hard when done correctly, meaning you're not supply blocked, and you made all of your gateways on time. Then you're golden. Number 2. You show up at your opponent's base with your 6 units, and they're fully prepared. You need to choose. You either go all in, or you pressure with your 6 units, and you go back home and macro as soon as possible, but keep them alive. Note that higher ranks between Diamond 2 and higher is pretty difficult to get away with something like this. If you're somewhere below that, I got you. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so we're starting out with a PvP here. This particular build is only for PvP matchup, as in Protoss versus Protoss. I would never do this particular build versus Zerg or Terran. There are different variations of it for PvT, such as 3-gate blink Stalker, etc. But for this particular matchup, we're doing 4-gate. So we have our first Pylon down at 14 supply. We're going to use our first Chrono boost for that probe to come out and make our first gateway, and we're sending that probe across the map to the opponent's base. The next rally is going into the first gas to make our first Assimilator. And then our next rally is going to be making the second gas. And now we should have a total of 16 probes mining minerals. Our next rally will be making the second gateway, where we can use our second Chrono to get those probes into our gases. While the gases are being filled, you want to make sure they're filled in an even way, such as while you're still making probes, you have 2 in one and 2 in the other gas, and fill it up that way until it reaches 3. Our third pylon is going to be made at our proxy. It's not going to be in vision of our opponent. We want it kind of hidden, but not too far away. We want to start our Stalkers right away and start our warp gate as fast as possible and use our Chrono boost on it as well. We're going to queue up 2 more Stalkers in our 2 gateways and then save money to make our proxy gateway. We're going to queue up 2 more Stalkers so that we will have a total of 6 before warp gate is finished. While we wait for that, we will be making our 4th gateway. It's important to have Stalkers constantly queued in our gateways. Make sure we don't get our supply blocked, so we will keep making pylons as well when we have the money for it. Also, make sure you don't make extra probes in this situation because you want to have enough money to make a lot of units. So don't do what I just did here. Okay, once all of our units are grouped up together and warp gate has finished, we want to do all the warp-ins as possible on our gateways and go for our attack. Make sure you target fire the units in this situation, that way they can get 1 or 2 shotted by all of our units. Also, if by any reason they supercharge their battery and you're losing more units than you are killing units, I would back out until the supercharge has finished and then return to the ramp to kill the rest of their units. Okay, now in this game I wanted to share because there are situations where it is uncomfortable because the opponent is ready for your attack and they have shield batteries prepared and it is difficult to get up the ramp because of what they have prepared. So when this happens, you can choose to start killing what they have on the low ground, which in this case is the Nexus, and whatever probes are mining at their natural base. You want to do this especially if you don't feel too confident about what's up there and if you're afraid. But it's important to have the confidence and go up there and kill what they have. In this situation, they blocked me from coming up and made things a little bit more difficult. So it is important that while you are waiting, you are putting in all your warp-ins, making sure you have enough pylons to not get supply blocked and continue to pressure the opponent. If you're unsure about this working or not, in this case I had made a robo because I did not have that confidence that my 4-gate was going to work. So I created a robotics facility to either make an observer if I felt like there was going to be Dark Templar, but instead I chose to make the robotics facility to make an immortal in this game. We need to get up there, dude. I wish I had Blink. Okay, Sentry's dead, right? I also wanted to show this particular game because positioning is very important, and if I hadn't gone in that deep into his main base, I wouldn't have gotten stuck by those probes and lost most of my units. So as soon as I have enough minerals, I'm making that immortal that I need for my attack. Ideally, if you were to ever want to make immortals with this type of aggression, you would want to do it on 3 gates and 1 robo, but We improvised in this game, which is still okay, but because we have 4 gates and a robo, we are low on money, and that's why it's not the most ideal. For now, while I'm trying to get more units out, I'm doing as much as I can to try to create pressure on the enemy. We're committed. I made a robo, but shit. Maybe I should have saved money for my immortal? I say that and I still spend on Stalkers. So as you can see, they have their own immortal and blink, so things kind of get a little bit stressful, but as long as you have your chrono boost and using it on, in this case, the robotics facility, that immortal should be coming out just in time to save you. It's also important that you prioritize what units you want to kill off first. For example, their immortal, it's really important for that unit to get killed off first because of how powerful it is compared to a zealot and a stalker at this point. We're so behind because he's been on 2 bases for like the longest time. So I see that the opponent does not have as many units as I do, so I feel comfortable to continue making units and pushing the main base. Again, we want to be careful with our position because the probes can do a lot of harm to the stalkers. The most important part about this build is once you got it down, is you need to feel confident that what you're doing is going to cause a lot of damage and that you can win the game. If you don't, then it will mirror onto your game and you won't win. And that's how you 4-gate. I hope you enjoyed me sharing this build. I think a lot of people will have fun trying it, and I hope you do too. But wait! Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button down below for more. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!